Hey everyone, this is a tutorial on how to add some of those visual timers in PowerPoint that I've used in prior presentations, and also how to add some audio in case you want to have some calm music or something else playing in the background to help with some of that student engagement. And so what I'm going to do first is open up my PowerPoint. I have a slide already semi-created with some of the information on it that I want. And so what I'm going to do first is go up to this Insert tab up at the top, click on it, and then there's a bunch of different options. And I'm going to find the Shapes tab or button underneath the Illustrations kind of subcategory. It's got a square and a circle on it. Click on that, and a bunch of different options, a bunch of different shapes show up. I'm going to choose this one under Basic Shapes that's oval. Click on that. So if I just started to click and drag to add it, it's going to be kind of more of a free form where I can kind of make it look like it's a circle and it looks close enough. I want to be exact though. So I'm going to do is go Insert, go Shapes, go back to Oval. Before I click my mouse though, I'm going to hold the Shift key and then click and drag. And so what that's going to do is going to maintain a nice perfect circle no matter if I go smaller or larger. And so it's kind of a nice way to maintain, because if I let go of the shift, it goes back to freeform and it's not quite as, the shape's not maintained as easily. So I'm going to hold shift again, find my size I want, let go of my mouse. There we go. Next thing I'm going to adjust is if I go to right click on the shape, click Format Shape, which is a bucket and a paintbrush. Click on that. And so in the fill, that means I can change the color of my actual circle. So I'm going to go down. So choose a nice little blue color. You also change the line right here. I don't feel like I need to do that. So I'm going to keep it like it is. So I got my shape of my circle right. I got the color right, the size right. So next thing I'm going to do is click on the shape, the circle, and go up to animations up here. It's on the top menu bar. Click on animations. And you'll notice there's a bunch of stars that are basically animations. The way I like to add them though is go to this add animation. They're the same thing. It just lays it out in a more visually organized way. The way I prefer, you can go the other way too. But what I'm going to do for this specific one is go down to exit. It's got all the red stars, and find the wheel. It's got a red star and it kind of starting to fade, it looks like, a little bit. So I'm going to click on wheel. And you'll notice there's a quick preview where basically the circle is subtracting in a clockwise way, which is exactly what I want. And the only problem though is going too fast. I want this to be about a minute long of an animation to show, make it look like visually like a timer for a minute. So I'm gonna go click on it again. You'll notice there's the green triangle with the start. So I'm gonna keep it on click. So basically the timer won't start until I click on my PowerPoint slide. And I like to keep it like that just in case things go sideways and you have to explain things to kids or whatever. If they're not ready to focus yet on what you're trying to have them do, I can control when the timer actually starts. And the next thing I'm going to change is this duration. And the only kind of frustrating thing is that it maxes out at 59 seconds. So it can't go, at least as far as I found, can't go past 59 seconds. So 59 is close enough to 60 seconds, which is a minute. So I'm going to keep it at 59. Everything else is all good. So I'm going to go preview it. So I'm going to go to the slide tab up at the top, go from current slide. And if I click on my screen, you'll notice that the circle starts to fade, and that's exactly what I want. And so if we sat here for 59 seconds, it would eventually completely disappear, and it kind of give you that timer visual that can kind of help the kids really see how much time they have left to get whatever done that they're working on. Next thing we're going to do is, so that's the circular one. The other one you can do is the rectangle, which I've used also. And so you do the same process. You go to Insert tab, go to Shapes. This time though, I'm going to choose the rectangle. And so what this is going to do is, the way this animation works is it basically, it just shifts the bar this way. But when it's done right, it makes it look like it's actually the timer is just kind of shortening the whole time. So I like to drag the rectangle all the way to each edge of the slide just so it kind of creates that visual. You can kind of mess around with it and see what works for you or what looks nice to you. So I'm going to do, again, I got my shape looking right. I can right click, do the format shape if I want to change the color scheme. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So I'm going to go next to the animations tab. And same kind of thing, add animations. This one's also in the exit tab or the category, but it's the fly out. So it's got the red star with the downward arrow and the 4 lines that kind of give that visual that it's moving. So I'm gonna click fly out. and you'll notice it went straight down, which is what I don't want. So I need to change the setting on it real quick. So I'm gonna click on that. The effect options right here, it's got a downward arrow. I'm gonna click on that and then say to the left. So that was a super fast view, but it's going the way that I like it, where it kind of looks like that timer is going basically to 0. And so the next thing I need to change though, I'm gonna keep it as on click because it's like my one timer, and then I'm gonna choose my duration at 59:00, and we're all good. So I'm gonna do next is go to slideshow, from current slide, click on the screen. There we go, our bar's moving across the screen like a timer. 59 seconds is up, it'll be completely gone. One workaround, I know the 59-second limit is kind of can be a little frustrating. So there's one workaround that I kind of figured out is you can add multiple bars. So I'm going to copy and paste this. So I'm going to click on my shape, hold the control button, so CTRL, and then click C. That's copying it for me. You can also right click copy. And then I'm going to hold control and click V, which is pasting it. You can also right click and click paste. I'm not going to do that one. So I got my 2 bars. They both have the animations included in them. So they're basically both going to move left for 59 seconds. I need to delay one of them though, otherwise they both move at the same time, and they would just be one 59-second timer. So what you'll notice is this top one has a 1 next to it, the bottom one has a 2. If you want to change the order of them, there's this option up here that says reorder animation. If I want to go later, see, this becomes a 2, this becomes a 1. I'm going to keep the top one as my initial, basically, animation. And so I got my 1, I got my 2. My first one's going to start on click, and it's going to run for 59 seconds. My second one, though, the 2 things I need to change is it's going to start with the previous. And this one, I'm going to add a 59-second delay. So basically, this one's going to go for 59 seconds while this one waits. And then when the 59 seconds is up, this next one will start and do its thing for 59 seconds. So if I did that correctly, let me go to the slideshow and from current slide. So that started the right way. So what I'm going to do is actually shorten the timer just so we can kind of see the full effect to make sure that it worked how I wanted it to. So I'm going to change the duration to 5 just to speed things up. And so what I did is change the duration and then delay to 5. So here we go. I clicked on that first one. 5 seconds is going to be up. And then if I did it correctly, yep. So the other one started after 5 seconds. So it looks like it's basically 2 full minutes or almost 2 full minutes of it working correctly. Another thing you do is look in the animations tab. There's this animation pane. So you can kind of visually see how it's laid out too. So this one's going to start. You'll notice once that one does, this one is going to go 5 seconds, 5 seconds. So that's another way to visually see how it's going. But last thing to do is you're going to add some audio. So you go back up to the insert tab, and then there'll be a media subcategory. You click the audio, which is like the speakers, and then you can do audio on my PC. And so I already have a few different things saved in here. So I'm going to just click on one of them. These are different songs. Puts a little speaker. I'm going to throw mine in the bottom right just so it kind of is out of the way. And then what you can do on this is you can again change how you want to start it. I'm going to do when clicked on, just same kind of thing, just so I know I have a little bit more control over it. And then you can adjust the volume, all this other good stuff. You can also right click on it. Say you only want a minute of it to play and you have a longer song, you can trim it. So you click this red thing, you can trim the audio. This timer was for 2 minutes though, so I'm going to keep it as a 2-minute song. And so if I were to start my slideshow from current slide, so say I start that, and then I go down here and click the play button, and it should be playing in the background. You probably won't be able to hear it the way that I'm recording my screen, but I hear it playing in my speakers. It's just not going to show for you. But yeah, so that's kind of the gist of how I created those timers, how I added some audio. Questions, send them my way, but hopefully I can add some little interactive elements to your slides that can kind of keep the kids focusing on what's going on. Thanks so much. Take care.